Hello there, my name's Mark, and these are my Dice Tales, and this is my board gaming, skirmish gaming video vlog, so thank you for joining me. And today I'm going to do another keyforge kind of ramble, and I went to my very first chain-bound event for keyforge. Now there are 8 players that turned up, and chain-bound is where if you play with the same deck week on week, the more games you win, the more chains you get on your deck. Now a chain basically stops you drawing as many cards. So there are certain levels, I think it's 1 to 7 chains, you draw 1 less card. At the end of every turn you remove one of the chains, and so you have no chains, and then you're drawing back up to the normal, well, 6 is the standard, but there are cards that let you draw more out there. So it's a way of controlling the meta, so if someone tries to bring the same deck and win week after week with it, I don't know if that's happening yet, because it's only really my first week joining a local community. Because I mean, I see it's a game of exploring decks, but maybe the chain-bound ones, and then you go off and play with your best deck, and then you go off and play and explore with the other decks. Maybe that's the idea behind Keyforge. So I've only got my 2 decks to choose from. My monster heavy one, Eminent Bumblecrow is what it's called. I'll try and get a link to the site so you can check out its cards below. And the reason I'm playing that deck is because I took it to the reversal events the other week, and some good players really showed me how it works, and some good tactics to use for it. So I used those on my opponents this week, and we only played 3 games. I think there are various ways you can play, but I think a few of us, it was a nice sunny Saturday, we wanted to get off and see our families and such like that. So we only had 3 games. So I won my first game, and I've got a slower, more detailed view of that game. I might pause here and edit in a bit more of a description of that game. But then the other games, or what was on my mind, what's in my memory, is that a lot of my opponents were playing Dis and Mars cards against me. I saw like the Grabber Jabber used against me quite a few times. A lot of decks were quite good at wiping my creatures. So some of the tactics I had when all the creatures were out, or that were used against me, was that, I mean, when you got that many creatures, you can reap, and you can really overflow on your Ember when you've got that many creatures. But they were quite good at controlling me, even my big and powerful creatures. Sometimes without getting into combat, sometimes not being complete board wipes. It was interesting to see new cards and learn about the game in that way. I've also watched the FFG lives, one of the live streams or something like that, where they were showcasing the new cards, which was quite fun. Again, knowing what's coming in the future sets. There were some very cute Ember Squirrels, and that seemed to complement the Fuzzy Gruen quite well. Anyway, back to this one. All my games were quite good. I always got to 2 keys, but then my 3rd key, my deck sort of lost momentum. I couldn't find the card that I needed, couldn't generate the Ember. I'm happy that I played the best guy in our local meta, a chap called George. I think he wins week on week, so if he's changing his deck so the chain-bound system isn't working on him, I'm not too sure yet. I'll delve into that as weeks go on. I might miss the next few weeks because of Yuki Games Expo. Fortunately, I can't get to that, but I do know there's a massive Keyforge event going on there. I think that's one where you go to these Keyforge chain-bound events and reversal events, and you earn Ember. And then when you go to one of these Vault Tour events at these bigger places, you can exchange that Ember for prizes like mats and pins and custom cards, probably tokens and such like that. So I probably don't have enough Ember for anything particularly special at the moment. Only been to 2 events now. Yeah, so that's about it. What did I see? There's lots of new cards. Yeah, it's one of those games where it's all about knowledge of what your opponent can play against you, what the houses can play against you, and great fun, great game. My brother's enjoying it as well. I've taken it home and played it at the weekends when he's come up to visit a few times. I might try and get him a deck. At the weekend, again, I've just got my 2 decks, so I sort of taken to heart this monster one, which you've seen me playing on the videos. Unfortunately, I forgot my Sanctum playmat for this video anyway. But I've been playing my brother at home, and I beat him twice with my deck, and then we swapped decks. thinking, oh, have I got good with that deck? But then I beat him with my second deck, the Villainess deck. Not too much of a review. I just wanted to get the video out there saying we're still playing Keyforge, because that's what my video blog's all about. It's all about learning my graphics and learning my hit film and learning my animation techniques and broadcasting confidence and such. So anyway, let's wrap up this Keyforge one. So thank you for watching, thank you for tuning in for Dice Tales and seeing what games I'm playing, and hopefully something is resonating with you. I hope you like my time-lapse videos going on in the background. Let me know if you want me to pause, go into more detail and talk about more tactics. But as I'm still new to the game and as I'm still sort of learning this YouTube mumbo jumbo, I'm sort of happy where I am at the moment, and I will keep producing these videos and hopefully adding a little bit extra each time. So thank you very much for liking and subscribing to my Dice Tales. Thank you. Goodbye.